Hello, I'm Robin Greer, President of Catalyst Communications Technologies. Today we'll demonstrate Catalyst's solution for incident command and our vehicular repeater. This is ICE, a powerful solution for fire ground and other critical communications situations. ICE can control up to 4 local mobile radios. ICE can also connect directly into the infrastructure of the P25 system using the industry standard Console Subsystem Interface, or CSSI. We'll begin our demonstration by having Christopher transmit on a VHF talk-around channel.
VHF subscriber transmitting and talk around.
We saw Christopher's ID, and the incident commander can talk back to him on that same channel. You'll also see a call history here capturing both Christopher's call and my call. I can put that Unity radio into scan mode and have Christopher transmit on an 800 megahertz channel. Go ahead, Christopher.
800 megahertz subscriber transmitting and talk around.
I'll take the radio back out of scan, and this time I'll have Christopher transmit on a different 800 megahertz channel and talk to our second radio, the M7300. Go ahead, Christopher.
800 megahertz subscriber transmitting and talk around.
I can select that radio, and I can transmit back on that talk around channel as well. Finally, I'll have Christopher transmit on an 800 megahertz talk group, which we are monitoring via a wireline interface using the industry standard CSSI. Go ahead.
800 megahertz subscriber transmitting on talk group 1.
Again, I get the unit ID. Again, I can select that talk group, and I can talk back through that wireline interface from ICE. Christopher will now declare an emergency on the 800 megahertz talk-around channel. Go ahead, Christopher.
We need water on the south side.
So you'll see the unit ID comes up here. I can turn off the audible sound that occurs. You also see that that emergency declaration shows up in red here. And I've got the ability to play back any call that occurs. Let's play back that last call.
We need water on the south side.
Next, we'll demonstrate patching using ICE. We'll show how taking 2 local mobile radios, we can create interoperability between VHF talk-around and 800 megahertz talk-around. To create the patch, I'll simply press the patch button twice. Now when Christopher transmits on the VHF channel, we'll hear the audio on the 800 megahertz channel.
VHF subscriber transmitting on talk.
And when I talk back on 800 megahertz, Christopher hears that on his VHF channel. I can extend that patch to also include the wireline interface to the P25 trunk system. Now when I transmit on the 800 megahertz talk-around system, you'll hear the audio on the portable that Christopher has for 800 megahertz talk group trunking, as well as the VHF talk-around channel. This is 800 megahertz talk-around to 800 megahertz trunking. And that was again using the industry standard CSSI interface for P25. We'll now demonstrate one very important application of ICE, the in-band digital vehicular repeater. Catalyst provides the control of local mobile radios on scene, both in talk-around and in trunked mode. And we can patch those together even when the frequencies are close together in the same band. We've adjusted the Unity radio to be on a 800 megahertz talk-around channel. Similarly, I'll adjust the M7300 radio to now be in the trunked mode, monitoring a trunked talk group. I can create a patch between those two radios using ICE locally. I'll now ask Christopher to transmit on the 800 megahertz talk around channel, and we'll hear that audio coming through this portable, which is tuned to an 800 megahertz trunk talk group. Go ahead, Christopher.
800 megahertz subscriber transmitting.
800 megahertz subscriber transmitting a talk around.
And I can talk back from the trunk system to the talk around users. This is trunking, calling, talk around. Catalyst manages the flow of that audio so that you don't lose critical communications. What we'll demonstrate next is what happens when the trunk system goes into queuing, often the case when there's a major event and lots of traffic. I'll take another radio that's on a different talk group on the trunk system, and I'm going to key that radio, putting our trunk system into a queued state. While in queuing, Christopher will transmit on the 800 megahertz talk around channel. And what you'll see is that when I release the push to talk, allowing a working channel to become free, you'll hear his audio from the beginning on this 800 megahertz trunking portable. Here we go. I've got this trunking system in queue now. Go ahead and start transmitting and talk around.
800 megahertz subscriber transmitting talk around.
800 megahertz subscriber transmitting talk around.
We'll repeat that demonstration with a much shorter queue time so that you can understand how Catalyst dynamically manages the buffered audio. I'll key again to cue the system. Go ahead.
800 megahertz subscriber transmitting and talk around.
800 megahertz subscriber transmitting and talk around.
No lost audio. No waiting for the duration of a fixed buffer. If critical communications is important to your agency, please give us a call or visit our website. Thank you.